What's up, everyone? It's Yasmin Woodland, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I'm glad that you are here today with us. I want to talk about this Kailyn, Lowry, and Briana Dejesus drama. So if you all haven't heard, they had their reunion, and it was via, I believe it was like at home, like they were all like doing like a chat at home with Dr. Drew. And some drama popped off behind the scenes, all right? So what I'm going to do is read off what Briana put out on her social media, and then I'll get to what exactly happened. So this is what Briana said. She said, while one would think Kailyn would be more concerned with her recent arrest or selling foot pics on OnlyFans, we had an encounter at the reunion yesterday, and it's safe to say that the stuff got awkward. She is immature, she has not grown, and it's still so hot and bothered by my presence, it's laughable. So I'm telling all regarding what went on, and hopefully it airs in full, as you'll see her for the petty person she continues to be. I'll continue living life in my own lane with a man who loves me and makes me happy and doesn't lay his hands on me. Sending lots of love in her dark direction, XO Bree. All right, so that is what Miss Briana had to say, and people were like, whoa, like her post was like positive, but she was throwing shade at Kailyn. Clearly, she was being passive aggressive in her statement, like what exactly was going down. So in a nutshell, Dr. Drew was speaking to the girls, and he asked the question of, will Kailyn and Briana ever get past their differences and actually be on screen together, like on set together in the same vicinity? Because as we all know, a few years ago at the reunion, it was horrible. Briana went crazy. Her sister attacked Kailyn, and it was literally chaos. So Dr. Drew was like, hey, do you think everything has, diffused by now? Can you all be on set together? And Kailyn did not respond. She sat there. She didn't say anything. She was quiet. Now, in addition to Kailyn just not responding to the question, and I guess in her mind, she wanted to just stay quiet and not respond, than to say something that was out of pocket or say something that was rude or mean or out of the way. So she really just stayed quiet, and I guess her silence rubbed Briana the wrong way, because she stated here, she said, I kept it classy. She stated that things were awkward and she's immature. Kailyn shows no growth. And then she also revealed that she's only friends with Jade Klein. So Dr. Drew was asking, like, does any other girls hang out outside of Teen Mom? And apparently the only people that like talk is Briana Dejesus and Jade Klein. Like, they talk quite frequently, but Kailyn and Leah, they don't talk as much. And then Kailyn was also cool with Chelsea, but Chelsea and Kailyn don't really talk as much. So Briana was just saying, like, it was really, really awkward. And then the fact that Kailyn didn't want to answer the question just shows how, like, immature she was. And it also shows that, Kailyn has no growth. She has no growing to do. So that is what Briana said in her own words. That is what she felt. Okay, so once Kailyn wasn't really answering the question from Dr. Drew, Briana decided to comment and say, hey, it's really not that serious, Kailyn. I'm happy to see you. I wish nothing but the best moving forward. And that was pretty much that. And then that's when Briana had took to her social media and put out that whole post about, Kailyn not growing up and selling foot pics on OnlyFans, and she's immature, and Briana has a man that loves her, that would never beat on her. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you guys my thoughts, since I've already kind of covered like the news. Personally, to me, I feel like Briana was the immature one in this situation. Like, you guys can let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are, respectfully. But I feel like Briana was the one that took it to the next level. Unless there's more behind the scenes that needs to air, then I can just only go off of what she's saying here. So it's like, if Dr. Drew asked Kailyn a question that's clearly super awkward, and Kailyn probably didn't even know how to answer that question, being that there was an elephant in the room, being that you and Kailyn have had drama in the past, Kailyn stayed quiet. Just like the old saying goes, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything. And it's not necessarily Kailyn having anything bad to say, I don't know, but maybe she stayed quiet because she just didn't want confrontation, Briana. Maybe she stayed quiet because she didn't want to say the wrong thing. Maybe she didn't say anything nice to you for you to maybe be mean to her. Like, you and her don't have a relationship to where Kail knows, like, okay, can I say, yeah, things are squashed? Can I not say it? Let me just stay silent because I don't know what to say and I don't want drama. I don't want anything bad. So let me stay silent. You got mad because Kail said nothing. Like, I'm so confused. Like, is Kail not allowed to say nothing? I thought that was considered being the bigger person. If I have older beef with someone and someone asks me a question about them and I just don't know how to answer or I don't want drama, then yeah, I'm gonna stay silent. So in this case, again, unless something else happened behind the scenes that we don't know about, past that point, if we're just going off of what she's saying here, if that's the full story, then I personally just feel like Briana kind of took it to the utmost level and it didn't need to go there. Let her stay silent. If Kail wants to not say anything, let her not say anything. And people love to call Kail, and mind you, I am not defending all of Kail's actions. Kail has done some crazy things. All these teen moms are crazy. But what I'm saying is, you don't know what Kail is going through. Maybe Kail stayed silent because she's healing. Have you ever thought about that? Like, she's been through drama with Briana. She's been through drama with Javi. She's been through drama and hurt and pain from her father, her mother. Like, she dealt with a lot of stuff, man. And I'm not saying some of that stuff she didn't put on herself, but what I am saying is maybe a person is silent for a reason, Briana. It's not always something personal against you. And it's like, people love to say, oh, just get over it. It happened. Just get over it. Just get over it. And personally in my life, people have done that to me to where they've hurt me. They've hurt me like emotionally. And I would encounter them like a few years down the road, and then I would just act differently or just try to move, a little bit quicker or just try to not be around them. And it's like, oh, you're still holding a grudge. Oh, it's still like that. And it's like, nah, it's like, I see how you are as a person. I see who you are, who your character is. And quite frankly, I don't want to be around you. Or I don't even think it's healthy to be around you. It's not even from an anger standpoint. It's from healing. I need to heal myself. For Briana to get mad, and then that's the thing that's like people like Briana is just like annoying because you want to sit here and be like, I was classy. Kail was silent. She was immature. She didn't answer the question. First of all, Briana, you taking it to social media when Kail didn't, that's immature. When nothing truly even happened, like if she stays silent, then okay. And then it's just like, number two, Briana, let's not forget who you are and who your family is. There's not one classy bone in you nor your family. Mrs. I love to get spit in my butt. Yeah, that's not classy. Mrs. I catch STDs from bum dudes named Lewis, who's also the father of my child. That's not classy. Let's not forget how her mother turned up on Devon, hitting him, doing all this stuff. But you want to talk about Kail hitting Chris and Chris hitting Kail when your mom has done the same thing. Like, your mom has spazzed out, broken stuff, thrown stuff. She's standing on top of a chair in a public restaurant, yelling at Devon, flailing her arms around. That's not classy. Briana, you're the last person who's classy. Let's not forget. You walked up on the stage ready to fight Kail and then even got your sister to attack Kail from the back. That's not classy. Let's not throw around these words that clearly isn't it. Like, you aren't classy. There's nothing classy about you. Don't sit over here and say, I want the best for Kail, but then be passive aggressive and talk about, oh, well, at least my man don't hit me and selling foot pics on OnlyFans. And Briana, who would you be without Teen Mom 2? Like, all of you guys are on your high horse. You all get paid from the same network, the same company. Like, stop trying to make it seem like you're better than the next, because all you did was show your immaturity by taking it to social media just because Kail was silent. Maybe she just did not want to engage with you. That's her choice. So yeah, like, you all, I'm starting to be a little bit more opinionated on my channel because it's triggering to hear situations like that I can see myself in, because I know for a fact if a person hurts me, I'm the one that's stuck with the pain. I'm the one that's stuck with the emotional hurt, the emotional pain. So when that same person comes around me, of course I'm going to have a wall up. It's not me being mean or immature. It's me protecting myself. All I have is myself and my heart. It's super easy for the person who hurt you or the person who you know, did something to you to say, oh, just get over it. Oh, just get over it. It's so easy for them to say because they are not the ones that was hurt in the situation. And then they love to flip it and say, Kail is bitter, which, mind you, she acts from emotions all the time. But at the end of the day, this whole she's bitter thing, you have to look at the people that she dealt with in her life. And then she also has to look at herself too. But at the end of the day, the person who hurt me, clearly they're not the ones hurting. Clearly they're not the ones emotionally hurting. I am the one who has to deal with that pain and how to manage it and how to move forward in life. So of course to Briana, it's going to be, you're still holding a grudge. You're still on that. It's like, nah, I'm past it, but I was emotionally affected from that. So yeah, I'm going to move differently now. So that's my thoughts. Please let me know your comments in the comment section below respectfully. Even if you disagree, I don't have a toxic community. You're free to just express yourself as long as it's respectful. Thank you so much for joining in to this video. I'm Yasmin Woodland. Be sure to show me some love, like this video, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video.